In this video, I'm going to talk about solving some no cooling issues that are a little bit out of the box. Save 10% off Veto Pro Packs for a limited time at jacksonsystems.com using the Save10 Veto ST promo code. Now, whenever you're having an issue figuring out what's going on in a no cooling call, sometimes the systems are just maxed out. And that's what we attribute a lot of the times when it's really, really hot outside. Let's say it's 100 degrees where you're at and the system runs all the time and it can't hold it down at 72. Maybe it's 75, 76. Could be something wrong, but also every system has a design temperature. What is it designed to do at what temperature outside? Around where I'm at, the design temperature is 91. So any system, AC, should be able to handle 91 degrees 97.5% of the time. The other 2.5% of the time, you're having those super heat waves, and you can't help that. The system just runs a little bit more, and perhaps it doesn't hold it down at 72 or 73 or 75, which is design. Now your system can be just maxed out. It could be doing everything it can possibly do and not be able to keep up, and that's a normal condition. It's not abnormal to have that happen when you're having a heat wave during the summer. But there are some other things you may want to check just in case you can improve the situation for your client. I said client like we're lawyers. Number one, they have a big family. You see a bunch of kids running around. Ventilation is key in a home. You have to have proper ventilation. But what is running and sending air outside of the home during the summertime? There can be several different things. And when something is sending air outside of the home, infiltration is going to bring it back in due to a negative pressure. Basically, you're lowering the pressure inside of your home because you're sending air out. And when you do that, air has to rush back in through every nook and cranny in your home. The older the home gets, the easier it is to get right back in through those nooks and crannies. Sometimes they are rather large. Sometimes you can feel a draft in grandma's house. Everybody's gone to a house that's really old and gone, I can feel the wind moving through this house. That's not building performance certified. But it doesn't have sick house either, so that's good too. If there's a lot of kids running around, you can ask somebody, how often are you running the dryer? The dryer has a dryer vent. It runs air outside and a whole lot of it during the dryer cycle. And if you run a whole lot of air from inside the house to outside of the house, you're going to need to pull that back in. So the dryer is one source. Do you have somebody who goes into the restroom and leaves the bath fan on for the rest of the day? Anyone with kids knows this is pretty much normal. A kid goes in the bathroom and realizes his mom or dad said, make sure if you're going to lay one down, you run the bath fan, and the kid just runs it forever. Or takes a shower and leaves it on forever. My kids don't know how to turn off a bath fan. It's just some sort of learning disorder. But every time you have those on all day, you have the infiltration coming back in all day long. Bath fans are bad enough for having infiltration because their backdraft dampers are missing, or there's no backdraft damper and a cap outside. Anytime you have a tube open to the outside, air is going to intermingle at a lot lower pace than if it's mechanically propelled outside of the house, but still it's going to mingle. Cooking can pose several issues, not just heat being released into the home through the actual cooking apparatus, but also the fact that you run a vent for a lot of your cooking, and if you run a vent half the day, again, you're going to have to make that air up. And if you don't have a way to make the air up, air is going to come back in any which way it can. Now, modern homes may have ERVs to help condition air that's coming back in, or a design for bringing air back in to combat these issues. Most homes that I know of do not have this. So unless the home is equipped with some way to mitigate infiltration problems, then you might be looking for some of these issues I've discussed today. I hope it helps you guys out, especially in the dog days of summer when it gets really hot and you just don't want to say it's doing all it can. You want to be able to actually say with confidence it's doing all it can, or, hey, you got an issue up here. My name is Zack, and God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys on the next video.
Save 8% off your order at TruTechTools.com by using the Shop Talk discount code.